Hello, my name is Kim Peterson, and with me today is Catherine Evans. We are the authors of Higher Creative Writing Energy, Tools to Access Your Higher Creative Mind. Hi, Kath, how are you?
Hi, Kim. I'm good, thanks.
What are you up to over there?
I have our creativity prompt for today.
What you got?
I've got pay close attention to your intuition. Most of the time, it's telling you something important.
Yeah, intuition. I like this subject.
Have you always used your intuition?
No, I mean, I actually think, as we mature, so too does our intuition, and we learn to trust and cultivate it and trust in it more. And that has definitely been the case for me. It's always been there, but it's actually learning to trust it. That's the thing, right?
See, I think I was very intuitive as a child, and I believed it wholeheartedly, but I got pushed away from it, and then I've had to come back to it.
Yeah, it's an easy thing to it's kind of like, you doubting yourself and not giving yourself the credibility to know. And even as a parent to 5 children, I have learned to give them the credibility, and I try to really, really drive that into them to trust themselves, and I trust them to know what's best for themselves in a lot of ways too. I won't always tell them, or help them do everything. They've got to learn to do it and trust in themselves. So yeah, today we're gonna talk a little bit about oracle cards as well, Kath, right? Because you've written up about the oracle cards in our book, because you use that at times with your writing. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that.
Okay. I use oracle cards not so much making decisions with writing, but more about me. And I came to oracle cards through writing, which is a bit weird, but some years ago I did a talk at the Wollongong Writers Festival, and they gave us an author pack as our thank you. And in it were these cards. You see, self-love cards. And I'd never used anything like this before. And I thought, oh, well, I had them, I may as well use them. And I got cards that I didn't feel comfortable with, like this one.
I'm doing the best I can in this moment. That is enough for me.
So I'd pull that one out, and I'd think, no, it's not enough. I should be doing more. I should be doing better. It's not enough for me. And then I started thinking, oh, hang on a minute. These cards are about self-love, and does that mean I'm not giving myself enough love? Like, am I doubting myself? And so I kept working on these cards and going, oh my God, there's not a lot of self-love happening here. So I went on a little journey to find out more about love and try to improve that part of myself. So a year later, I pulled those cards out again and did it because, Wollongong Writing Festival comes around. It's easy to tell when you're up to a year. And I was better. And I thought, oh, yes, I'm getting better at this. But by then, I'd kind of got addicted to oracle cards. So, as well as lots of other stuff. But my favorite oracle cards are these, the Soul Tree oracle cards.
Yeah, they look
lovely. I'll talk about them in my book.
Yes.
In our book.
Yes, you do.
Yes. And every morning I pull one out as my focus for the day. It's only got one word on it usually. Like today's
clarity.
One is clarity.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's becoming clear today, or whether I have to become clear, or what. So, but you know, if I'm sitting here thinking about something, I'll often think about that word and wonder how it works into things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I use them. But
I'm always asking for clarity.
Clarity is always a good thing. A couple of weeks ago, Hay House had a sale on Oracle cards, and you know how some women go and buy shoes and clothes and stuff. Well, I buy books and cards and stones and stuff. Anyway, so I got some Oracle cards about intuition because they seem to feel right to buy.
Yeah.
So this is one that I've got.
Trust your
so it's Trust Your Vibes.
Trust
and the first card
vibes.
in the deck is Frost.
Woo woo is Wonderland.
Wonderful.
Woo woo. Oh, well, it's Wonderland and wonderful.
So I thought those were kind of cool. And when I pulled one for this session, I got Play.
Oh,
which
well,
has a rocking horse on it.
That is
and drums. And a kite.
Has it got drums on it?
Yeah, down the bottom.
Nice. See, this was drumming.
And I think Play's kind of perfect for us, isn't it? In these videos that we're doing where
because
it's so completely serious.
Well, you know, we don't have much of a format, and we just kind of get on here and play around a little, and hopefully
our intuition leads us.
Yeah, we follow our intuition. Yeah, but I think with Oracle cards and tarot cards, it's important to well, it's not always easy to find the right ones that speak to you, right? Because I have decks. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got about 6 decks all up, and I don't use them daily like you, but I do have these, and I bought these maybe 10 years ago. So me.
Oh, Lover's Oracle.
Lover's Oracle. So they're heart-shaped Oracle cards. I'll show you, and the artwork on them is absolutely divine. Hang on, let me give you an example. We'll find this one.
Oh, can you just twist it a bit? It's got glare on it.
All right, hold on.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and the message that I have just pulled out is, can you read that out loud? Oh.
A message for you, but I can't really read it. It's a bit blurred.
A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. And the only thing is
hard to are they hard to shuffle?
They are hard to shuffle. So I'll kind of like turn them around and try to shuffle them upside down. But they are kind of, they do get a bit awkward. And
Can you line them in your hand easily, or you've got to do it from the top of the heart?
I do it when I shuffle.
Yeah, or when you fan and pull out from a fan or something.
I usually pull from the top.
Oh, okay.
Well, it depends what kind of spread I do. I think typically it's like a 4-card spread. Although you can, you know, just pull one card out. I don't use these when I write. Actually, I bought these when I first started seeing my now husband, and our relationship was a bit of a stop and start kind of scenario for the first few months in our relationship. And I think I was, you know, looking for a bit of clarity and answers, and I saw these cards, and
We've lost you again.
am I back?
Yes, you're back.
Yeah. All right. So, but as far as intuition goes with writing, I use my own intuition, you know, when it comes to story and life. You know, people can tell me things, but I'll always trust how I feel on the inside about something or someone or a situation, or, you know. Do you do that? Yeah.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Even meeting people, I trust my gut instinct, and
yeah,
I don't think it's ever been wrong.
No, and I've really learnt to really hone in on those when I meet people now, because I have a really, really good sense of character with people. You know, I can see past the bullshit. I know when someone is just, you know, putting up that front, and I find myself, as I'm sort of getting a little bit moving more through life, I just don't have the time for BS anymore. You know, I'm not one of those mothers that mull up at the school in their little mother groups. I never have been, but, you know, they get there and they're like little chickens, and they know everything about everyone, and they've tried to bring me in on it, but they do not try anymore. You know, it's just not me. I don't know if I should be saying this on YouTube. I don't sound like an insocial snobby bitch. Unsocial. But, you know, I just...
So you prefer a deeper conversation than,
you know,
the light gossip conversation?
I can't stand gossip. It's not that I always want deep conversations, you know. I'd probably do my head in. But I'm very choosy about who I allow into my life now. You know, I've had friendships in the past, you know, friends that I've loved and treasured, but they've just, for some reason, try to kind of control me, or, you know, put these sort of these stipulations down on the friendship, and I've just gone, well, see ya, after, you know, 10 years of friendship. I won't do it. I won't go there.
And do you think people come in and out of your life as you need them, or as you need that lesson?
Definitely.
Or that? Yeah,
I definitely think that. Like, I can look back at relationships and friendships, and they've arrived in my life at exactly the right time, and we've learned from each other, supported each other, and then the friendship is kind of, you know, you move on, and you can look back and you're like, you know, that was meant to be that particular, those souls coming together for that purpose, you know. And it doesn't mean that I've stopped loving those people or stopped thinking about them. I've just moved on, you know. Yeah. And
like in your book, you know, you've got to write their story, you've got to tell their story, and then it's done, and that's in the past, and you're on to the next person. Is that mean?
I don't know where this conversation is going now.
Don't you, if someone asks you about an old book, do you remember the people in it? Like, I don't.
No, I don't. I don't reread my books either. Do you?
Oh no, I'm sick of them once they're out.
I know.
Too many edits, too many rewrites.
Yeah.
They've told their story. They've been in my life, and I've treasured them while they were here, and then I've let them go.
They're old news. But, you know, in saying that how you said about people, you know, coming into your life and you were sort of meant to have that connection for that amount of time. There are some people that come into your life that are meant to stay in your life too, you know, and the connection is one of those connections that you can that just sort of doesn't expire.
Yeah, they're part of your life. They're intrinsic to you, to growing or
growth, soul growth,
and yeah,
and just connecting on all levels, I guess. You know, I think they're the ones that I think you know those when they arrive in your life. You know them even if you don't consciously know them, you know.
No, you feel them, isn't it? And you intuitively feel them. You know that it's right. It's that connections, I don't know, sings or something.
Yeah, I feel you, Kath.
If you heard me singing, you wouldn't want a connection singing.
You don't want to hear me singing either.
I think you sang last week.
Oh yeah, gosh. No one will probably watch anymore. Yeah, but I like that soul singing. That's soul singing. Yeah. So we've gone from intuition to soul singing.
But I think intuition is such a soul thing, isn't it? Like, you know, they talk about emotional intelligence and stuff, but I think intuition's even more than emotional intelligence, isn't it?
It doesn't get as much credibility, I think, and it's considered one of the highest form of human intelligence. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is cool.
But we don't rate it highly, do we, as a society?
No. Like many things. I think
yeah.
a lot of people are sort of stuck too much in the dense 3D world, you know. What was that other thing that Wayne Dyer, the book that he had, you know how people say I'll believe it when I see it? Well, he's saying, I'll see it when I believe it. So gotta believe.
And you have to feel, you have to use that feeling too. You can't just see everything.
No, you got to extend your feelers, right?
Yeah. You can't see the wind, but you can feel it, can't you? You can see things moved by it.
And you can't see love, but you feel it. So what's that?
Exactly. Energy and emotion.
Yeah.
Energy in motion.
Energy in motion. I love that.
I stole it. Yeah. I think that's a Joe Dispenza thing. Something I've read anyway. I stole it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Emotion is energy in motion. Makes your emotions so much more like understandable.
Yeah. And that's another way we can gauge our intuition by being aware of our emotions, how we're feeling at the time, you know, or how a situation or a person makes you feel.
Yeah.
If you
body feeling and like your mind, you've got to listen to your body, isn't it? Like, not let your mind overrule it.
Yes. Listen to your heart
and your gut.
And your gut
instinct.
And go right.
Yeah.
Go right up your life. Yeah. Right up the life that you want. Don't always sort of just think that you're limited You know, we can
Do anything.
We can do anything. There's really no limitations. People just create their own, and you and I, you know, we're not perfect at it, but we practice it. We really try and practice it, and that's what it's about. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got to find people who help you do that. Not the ones who say, "Oh, we can't do that. It's too hard." You've got to find the ones who go, "No, come on, we can do that. Let's get this done this week and this done the next week, and then we'll have it all put together."
The ones that kind of push you to the edge, like me.
Yeah. Like our book, isn't it? Like it comes from nothing, like sitting having a crazy conversation. And with most people, they would say, you know, "Oh no, it's too hard. How on earth are we going to do that?" But we don't. Somehow we go, "Okay, well, let's do that this week, and let's do this the next, and how about we do a video? Oh yeah, we'll work out how to do that," you know. And the next thing, we're on YouTube. We have a book coming out. We're still sitting there going, "Wow, we could have just done nothing."
We could have done nothing. Doing nothing can be easier, you know. But I you know, I don't. Life isn't always meant to be easy, and things that are really worth having, they don't always come easy. You know, I mean, I'm a dreamer. I admit I dream. I might not always see the practical side to situations, but you know what? Screw I can't even pronounce the word.
Practicality.
Screw it. See, I can't even say it. No, you gotta dream. You gotta reach for more. And if you don't, you know, you're gonna get to the end of your life and you're gonna go, "Damn, why didn't I just go nail that baby?"
And dreams, once you start dreaming something, then you can make the first step to get there. If you don't dream it, you can't get there.
Yeah. You cannot dream anything that actually can't happen, really. Do you know?
Yeah. Well, people dreamt about going on the moon, didn't they? And they actually have done that.
Yeah.
We're celebrating 50 years since it happened. And that's mind-blowing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. But dream.
So anything.
Keep dreaming.
Yeah. I want to go to Saturn myself. I want to see those cool rings around the planet.
Do you?
I don't think I'll get there, but, you know, that's my dream. Since I was a little kid, not the moon, Saturn.
You might in the next life.
Yeah. Maybe I came from there. Who knows?
Maybe. I remember, you know, once I had this past life regression and she told me that I lived in Atlantis.
Ooh,
it's real.
Nice.
Yeah. But that was like
a mermaid underwater?
Isn't a mermaid?
Oh, darn it.
Oh, it's a unicorn.
Oh.
Yeah, no, but she kind of, yeah. Oh, my 8-year-old loves unicorns. Anyway, she wears this beanie on her head, and it's a unicorn-shaped beanie, and she reminds me of a little bag lady, you know, because she collects. You should see her bed. She's got this collection of shit, and it drives me mad. And because when I have to change her bed sheets, you know, I've got all this freaking shit just so. And she'll
unicorns.
No, the unicorn. Yeah, she's got unicorns, but then she wears this beanie, and then she's got all this stuff around her, and I'm like, you're a little bag lady. That's what I call her, my little bag lady. Yeah.
But that seems to be the thing kids do at the moment, isn't it? That age group of girls is unicorns.
The age group of kids these days, you know, they're changing. They're changing. Particularly my two youngest, they're actually all of them, but the two youngest ones, they're different. They're more open, and you know, I think these younger generations that are coming through now, they're gonna really drive in that shift that's going on in human consciousness to, back to the
because
truth.
they haven't had the intuition driven out of them. They haven't, they're
No,
open
they
to
haven't.
stuff.
And with me as
they
a mum,
want the world to change.
they're done for. They got the answers I give them, or the tips and whatever, they'll just sort of look at me. They think I'm crazy.
Plus, they've grown up in some kind of a more accepting, open kind of world, haven't they? Where, it's not man, woman, married with 2.5 children and a white picket fence. There's a lot more diversity in society for that generation, I think.
Mm-hmm. And I really, really feel like there is a major shift coming and happening. It's already started. And this is why I think a lot of souls are kind of coming together, like you and I, for instance, coming together to just inject a little bit of upliftment into the world, and maybe remind people of what's important, and their inner connection
Woo-woo.
to all that is. Woo-woo, wonderful woo-woo. People call it that because they don't understand it, and that's all it is, and it's real.
Yeah, and we don't have to consciously understand it, we just have to feel it.
It's the only way. It's the only way to get to the root of the truth, is to actually feel it. You can't teach it. I mean, you can show people the way, or not that I'm saying I'm a teacher, but even like through the books that I've read and studied and stuff.
Oh, you've lost your sound again. Are you saying that people have to get to that place themselves?
They do. It has to be experienced to understand, I guess. Otherwise, it's just woo-woo.
Yeah. And quick to be, said that it's mad or crazy, or, discount it in some way. Ridicule it.
Ridicule. It's a lot of ridicule, but that's just, to me, ignorance. People being just ignorant to it. They don't want to know. Deep down they do, but they don't want to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My stepfather, John, he was very much like that. I'd have conversations with him and he'd go, and he'd think about it. But for the most part, he was like, that's just woo-woo. And he'd call me spooky. It's spooky,
But that's it. People are so quick to rubbish it and put you down because of your thoughts about it.
Yeah.
But then in other ways, they believe it,
yes,
like
they
people
know,
who get creeped out by places or other people.
You cannot sort of arrive into this world and just think this is all there is. How boring. We're not boring.
Where's their imagination?
Yeah. Alrighty, so anything else?
I think
we kind of explored a bit here.
We've had an interesting discussion.
We have. Yeah. Alrighty, well, so Whispering Ink Press / Creative Writing Energy, if you want to find out more or read some of our kooky woo-woo ideas about all this.
And our book should be out this week, shouldn't it?
Is this the week?
Maybe.
Get your woo-woo on.
That's it.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, and get writing.
And get writing, yeah. I mean, writing is such a beautiful way to uplift the world. So,
Yeah.
you know, the world needs you and your words. Yeah. Okay.
And remember, be clear, clarity, and play.
And I love you.
Of course.
Remember. Okay.
And I love myself.
Oh, and yes, love yourself first. Self-love, self-care.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So this card's worked.
It did. Did you got clarity out of this, right?
Yeah.
That was your
Neat.
day. All righty. I think we're gonna say goodbye. Bye. Bye.